Naomi like takes hers and Mateo's drink and downs them in like one go. Then she says, "Don't keep me waiting," and then she immediately goes and gets into a car.
Whew.
Dang, we
Mateo,
didn't
like,
find out how much he was gonna pay us.
I figure you would be asking questions like that, Dallas.
I was having too much fun, if I'm being honest.
As she leaves, Mateo like exhales and like deflates in his seat. Looks like he's aged a year, like in that 10 minutes. Oh Christ!
As far as payment goes, Mateo didn't specify. So, like, if you get my drift, Mateo's the only one that's going to be getting any payment for this one, if you know what I mean.
Oh no! Oh no! Not the clown Messi.
Clussy.
Classy.
Oh god.
This is
Like it
worth
honk-
taking. This is worth
Like, it
taking
honks
care
every
of
time, you know? Like,
to curry favor with at least a portion
I mean-
of Nasi.
Getting in a turf war with a bunch of clowns for no payment seems a bit reaching.
Oh, I'm not saying it.
I'm all about getting Mateo laid, but
No, I want the money. Fuck. I mean,
this is not safe.
There are
I'll
more
say,
currencies than just Eddie's in Now City.
I will. I'm confident that we will be compensated, especially if this is coming from the great Bozo. I feel like he's not one to request handouts. Perhaps it's going to be. Perhaps it will lead to something, but I cannot say with confidence that I would expect her to pay us in something that isn't either breathing or injectable.
of course, granted, like, taking down Big Top, you can pretty much name your price at that point.
Sick.
That's good to know. Interesting.
We well, we don't have to have this conversation here. Before they leave, or like, you know, when they're closing their recap conversation, Dallas will say at the close, not closing it himself. Sorry. If we are really gonna win after one big target, we will need to do a little reconnaissance, and we will need to prepare properly. On a mission like this, it's a little more important to get where you need to go, do the thing you need to do, and then get out. All the stuff in between, not quite as important. Only important to know about it ahead of time.
If we're dealing with the Nozos, then they're going to have plenty of manpower. They have enough to waste on sending people to their death every mission. Have the other Nozo... So, the one we had, you know, we stopped before it happened. Have the other Nozo missions, like, have they been kill switched? Or do they, like, escape and are not caught? Or... I'm trying to figure out, like, the MO.
One more time?
Can they gather all the dead bodies?
What do
I was
you mean
asking.
by
I know that
that?
we stopped all the Nozos this time, like
Last
with
time they showed
violence.
shot up a bunch of people.
But were they, you know, were they killed by people on site? Did they get away? Were they like dead switched?
You know, the Nozos that we fought, we killed. Like, we ended
They
them.
did
Yeah.
that switch.
Yeah, but the other occurrences before this. I'm trying to see if they have, if they're demonstrating the same kill switch thing that the other Ziggurat connections have.
Other than the people linked to Ziggurat, only the Nozos had the melted chips in their heads.
The melted chips, as in the chips,
Like them-
like.
The kill
Yeah,
switch.
the ones that were remote killed, yeah.
Okay, so I thought that. Okay, interesting. All right, that's good to know. I have coordinates. We can gear up, but I don't know what we're going to be able to. I don't know what we'll need precisely. I don't know much about the sewer system here.
I agree with Dallas.
Schematics
We
would be
need more
helpful.
info.
Yeah, if you can find old maps or anything, Ubik, that would be helpful. Bakaneko and I could try to find. We'd have to find the right place to find digital schematics. I don't know where we would go to procure those items. Other than that, the third solution is to send someone or something in there on our behalf to look. But if we're all set on only killing the biggin, we need to know where he is before we go in. At the
I
minimum.
think Mateo would like to tag along with you, Bick, on finding any city plans that we can for the sewer system. And in this endeavor, wants to see if there's a way to get Joan into the sewer. I know the answer is probably no, but I
Yeah.
could, in theory, okay, I was about to say, I could, in theory, get her a hover car upgrade, and we could drive her in the sewer, but...
Not with how
Get-
narrow the
hey.
tunnels are.
So
Yeah,
there,
okay.
there are things like, what does a scanner do? Because it's something that Dallas could buy and like attach, but I don't understand
Oh.
what it actually does.
I think the scanner is something to scan for like recording bugs, like tracking devices.
Okay.
Well,
No, I have
speaking
a bug
of-
detector.
Speaking of, can I retcon one thing? And like when she went to leave, like gotten a hug but put a tracer on her.
Ooh.
Sleight
I'll
of
allow
hand or
that.
something.
I'll allow it.
Bless.
What's the distance limit? And then a mile, 1,000 meters.
Let me see.
Communication center. Says a homing tracer and 6.
Yeah,
button
homing
size
tracer
link
is only
tracer.
good up to a mile. Yeah.
We might want to pursue. We'll talk in the car.
I'm game.
And I want to
Um,
keep far enough back where I'm out of sight, but have a, and within that mile, and just try to find out where they're. If she goes right there, if she goes anywhere else.
Anybody else craving breakfast? I don't know. I feel like muffins for some reason.
Shut the fuck up.
That does sound delicious. I would look at Dallas on the way out, and I would say, "Who said anything about only killing the big one?"
He seemed set on assassinating. It's usually not wise to go off mission on something that delicate.
Oh, sorry, I wasn't close enough to hear. Hey, I won't take. I'll just leave it like this. If we see any Nozos, based on the state of the ones that we found, it would be a service to them to put them out of their misery. That said, I won't take it upon myself. But
I have a feeling
they're
this
not
won't
really.
be a. Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry. I was gonna say they're not really living anymore. At least not in a meaningful way.
Yeah, the Nozos that you guys did encounter, the procedure that turned them into Nozos also lobotomized them.
Mateo will say,
Interesting.
I
Yeah.
I
So
don't
they're
think that this is
effectively
going to be a stealthy infiltration. We kill one target and get out. I think we're going to have to cut our way through. That said,
Yeah.
I agree. Any Nozos we deal with now are an issue avoided in the future.
I understand where y'all come from, but it will be important to maintain. We will have to kill some to get where we're going quietly. We shouldn't go out of our way to kill any that are not in our way if we want to get to who I'm assuming the hardest one to get to, and then get out.
My guess is he's probably planning multiple things. Rather than trying to infiltrate his base, let's wait for his mission, for him to leave, isolate, and then kill.
We'd have to know when he was going ahead of time and where he was going.
And if he goes, it seems like he sends the Nozos out rather than going out himself.
And therein, if he sends an army of Nozos out, that's our time to go in. We have
go
his
in.
entrance to the manhole, and where he'll
Speaking of
be if he doesn't leave. Then yeah, that might be an idea to encounter less resistance. Wait for the a mass to leave.
That's
Do
a good
some
point.
surveillance over a few days.
Dallas squints at you, trying to decide if you've been in the military. Like, how'd he know to do that?
I want to say my I don't know what stat that is. Tactics? I'm okay.
Yeah, I'd say it would be tactics. Yeah.
It's a good suggestion.
You learn a lot about subterfuge and taking down rival gangs in this business.
Fudge.
Yeah,
I'm glad you're
and you
on
learn a
our
lot
side.
about dead friends when you go in half cocked without a plan. See what you can dig up schematic wise, and we'll go from there.
That was cold as fuck, Crave.
Craig gets it. Craig knows what's up.
Well,
Yeah.
Alright.
if it's any consolation, Mateo's never went half-cocked anywhere with this Naomi chick.
Shit.
Well, I'll say there wasn't in it for the sparkling personality. I
We
think,
cut to the Naomi in an alleyway, and her ear starts itching, and she's just like, "That lip dick motherfucker's talking about me again."
That's one of my favorite
Thanks.
insults.
I
What's
think
the-
Mateo bumps Ubik and makes a nod to the door. Instead, we try to get schematic, see what we can dig up.
I'll see what I can find.
Looks like
I think
we're
anything else we could do in prep.
looking for sewer schematics.
That'd be
Yeah,
library
it's
search.
Oh,
Yeah, so someone do a library search for those.
can Dallas and Buckaneko try to find any net architecture in the area that could yield the same information? Or is that going to be very hard to get to?
That'd probably be a little hard to get to.
I got a 14 on library search.
2 on library search. $14 on your library search. You're able to get a partial map of some of the sewer system.
I guess I would maybe focus on alternate entry points. Possible.
Speaking of backdoors and sewers, is there? Can we map? Can we identify hey, there's a very large area that it might be good to establish a base in, and this rough. She gave us coordinates, so we have a rough idea of where to start. I don't know. Just trying to isolate where they could be housed up in.
So we couldn't. We can't
Well-
find any data. We can't find any paperwork.
Well, what Naomi was saying is that the Nozos are held up in the sewers themselves. There's a couple different layers of Night City, since Night City's been in such a state of construction for so long. There's layers of city built on top of each other.
Let's see.
You're gonna try to. She implies that you're trying to get through a sewer system into a different tunnel where he's held up.
I gotcha. That makes sense.
Hmm.
What else do we need
Nothing
for
else.
prep?
Would-
If nothing
would,
else, folks should probably replenish ammunition, grenades.
Yeah, make sure you guys are armed.
Without paperwork or data, we might consider sending 1 or 2 in ahead of time to look and come back. Very
Oh.
dangerous.
Okay, this is the map of the sewer system that Ubik recovered. The circled area is the chamber directly underneath the manhole cover where you'll be entering.
That's
Oh,
damn good
shit,
work,
that's
Ubik.
pretty
This is
big.
very helpful.
Well, if we're going shopping anyway, and I'll are we in the car at this point? I assume, because you said you wanted to tail her.
Yeah. On the move.
Okay.
I know he said getting some tail, but I don't know if that's what that meant.
I'm gonna flip my sort of 80s aviator style dad glasses off and hand them to Bakaneko. Say, try these on. You seemed interested in them the last time we were hanging up on the balcony. See how they look, how they work for you.
I asked about your shoes and you ain't giving me shit.
I was just about to ask.
That's because I assumed you were hitting on me, and I don't swing that way.
I assure you, I would fuck the crazy clown before I would you.
I thought you
Damn,
were
you
about to say
hear
I would.
that? You hear that? That was an insult to you, Crave.
Rude.
No, you know,
Damn.
actually, he meant it as an insult, but strangely, it made me feel better.
Crave
to
is
say,
the
I thought
biggest
you were about to
snack of
say-
all the characters. Y'all are wrong.
I was about to say. I thought you were about to say I'm going to fuck the crazy out of you, and I was like, damn, Jesus.
I don't know.
Little
I think
bit of
there's
this,
some
little bit of that.
subconscious desires there. You're always ordering a white Russian. It's a little weird.
Hmm. I can see how you'd think that. I wasn't really thinking about you when I ordered it. I never even knew you were Russian. I could have assumed you were Ukrainian or some kind of other Slavic region. I don't know.
You see him like hawk a loogie, like anger.
Oh
That he
no!
would even be insinuatedly associated with that scum.
Ooh.
All right, Zelensky, let's
Hey,
get the fuck going.
Anyway,
hate,
I
to-
let
hate to be
Bakaneko.
that guy, but the Soviet Union didn't fall in this timeline, so it's all just the USSR.
It's just the
Yeah.
Oh, is it?
Wonderful.
Just the Soviet
Oh,
Union.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they
In that
didn't fall
case,
in this timeline.
Interesting.
Edit my ignorance out. I didn't know anything.
They still
Um,
have like individual countries though, right? It'd be like the USA. You'd have Louisiana, Texas, but we're all USA.
Well, it's
Well, you have all the different
new-
territories, yeah, but like
It's the new USA now.
it's not like Ukraine's a different country or anything.
Yeah, Czechoslovakia. Maybe not Czechoslovakia, but a lot of those.
What about the Baltic states? He could have called him Latvian or something. I don't know. They may have also been USSR.
Back in the USSR.
Anyway, I'll let Bakaneko borrow my glasses for a minute so that she can look through the low light infrared UV cyber eyes that are in there, just to see how they work, because she talked about wanting to buy it.
Yeah, she's gonna give it a chuckle and enjoy it. Just, this is nice.
Anyway,
say
I know
that,
we can
uh,
get
So
some.
brave
but,
about the monthly cat convention that they have in certain areas, since he seems to like that thing.
Hey, you can say whatever you want to about me, but I don't like what you're implying about Bakaneko.
She's that lady.
What do you mean?
What do you mean? Anyway, I'll take my glasses back now. I feel kind of weird without them.
She'll pout.
All right.
I
I
can
just
help
have
you
one more
find
piece
some.
of business. But Dallas driving in the, his bike. Mateo will pull over in front of him and deploy the tack strip. I can't, but I'm tempted.
All right.
I kind
Any weapons or
You gotta hit on that tracking device.
not weapons, but any ammunition you guys need or want, you guys just can go ahead and get those and pay for them.
Let me check my ammo.
Hitting up Silent J.
Indeed.
That's
hitting
like-
up Salad J.
We text Silent J for curbside pickup.
I
Yo,
was gonna
why-
say we're like exclusively keeping Silent J in business.
Yeah.
Did you get?
We're his
We also,
like reverse.
you
one.
know, you were wanting to sell drugs. We could let him sell drugs out of our place and just give us a cut.
No. I want the money.
No?
I want to make our own and sell our own drugs. It's purely a financial thing. I think it would pay well. We'll find out. We might find out. I don't want to make that decision for the group. I have lots of ammo. I'm gonna buy another stun grenade, please. Please and thank you. Flashbang grenade.
Yeah.
They're very useful.
Bang bang.
I like it.
I'm gonna buy a laughing gas grenade that seems to be effective with clowns.
That's very. No, yeah. You have to say a stupid pun before you throw it, like Tasha's hideous laughter.
Got to.
Right.
Y'all are killing me. Let's see here. I don't think.
Alright.
Is there anything else we can get this help?
A cannibal's eating a clown. One turns to the other and says, "Does this taste funny to you?" Boom.
Honk, 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 honk.
I bought 3 poison grenades.
Whoa. You're shelling out
He-
there, bro. What the fuck are these?
Did we get a
called?
hit on Naomi's location?
I think we're just pursuing her, sort of passively.
Okay.
Did she
Also bought
Did
something.
she go straight to that manhole?
Yeah, she's
every time I
waiting.
say
She
it.
always does, man.
Straight.
You would know more than the rest of us.
Well, I,
But yeah,
uh,
she's waiting. She's waiting on site though. Yeah.
Waiting
well,
for
not,
bringing her
she
up
never
there.
tried to fuck with my manhole, but she did have this cool trick. You know where they pull out the cloths? She was pulling out the beads, but not, and they just kept coming, and it was amazing. You know, you think at some point it has to stop, but it just keeps coming.
I don't want to see
Fantastic.
that, but that actually would be amazing.
Actually, kind of would be.
Combine
was a fun-
magic with something like that.
Unfortunately, she thought this was a very fun party trick and would whip it out frequently. God. I'm just picturing like a 10-foot line of beads. Oh my god.
She
I
had
need
to
you to
fast
get
for
that.
3 days before doing that trick.
Stop. Jesus Christ.
This is
Alright.
getting
I'm trying to
We
think
are
of
children.
red line.
All right, y'all. All right, all right.
Alright, y'all.
This-
I got a bunch of arrows, so we're good. Maybe I can
Okay.
roll to hit.
Oh,
We going to meet
Jesus.
Naomi?
Yeah,
Let's do
I'm
So-
armed and dangerous.
Before we go in there, I would like to. I think we should check. Oh shit! You can't see me ping. The big room in the very middle and the room to the left. Does that make sense? The big rectangular room in the middle lower section of the map and the room to
I
the
gotcha.
very left. I think we should check
All
those
right.
two places first.
We'd have to get through several. We'd have to get through almost all the rooms to get there, though.
Yeah.
Maybe not almost all,
You
but
you guys can tell that this is a partial map, and the corridors on the far right lead to other rooms and corridors.
Oh no.
that's a sewer, not a
Oh,
closed
no.
system.
Just going by the roll, man.
Yeah. I ain't mad at you.
I say we pop in that room. We make our way down that little the two tunnels that lead to the one just below that other room, down to the right, and then we
Hang
go
on.
from there to that bigger room.
I'm sorry, because I've lost. So our first turn, like our first left or right, you want to go right by our characters, left for
Yeah.
us.
I got an idea.
You gonna try?
Would being in the military for Crave or Dallas give them any sort of strategical advantage roles to maybe see which one would be better to go?
See, like,
Hmm.
I don't know if this is helpful, but that's part of Dallas's background. Like he would have done assassinations as part of Black Ops. So like, is there anything he knows that is helpful for this particular situation that I haven't thought of? Which is lots of things. There we go.
Like even hunches.
So we
like,
come in-
okay, this hallway seems to be more of a storage area, more people. This will be a less traversed area.
I'm thinking we
So
pop in on red circle, make this little 2 formation down to this space,
yes.
and then
south.
you make that way down to the intersection to this bigger space that Dallas is pinged. And then if you said the other left room, then we could go from there through the hallway to this other
Yeah.
point.
Before we
And that would
realized
clear
this was,
about half the map.
Before we realized this was a partial, I thought that maybe though, that's hopefully his bedroom, his headquarters, those are the two biggest rooms. Maybe my logic was maybe those are the most likely to be the rooms that he's holed up in. But I would like to condense my question. Does Dallas know anything from being in Black Ops? How did they find people when he was doing this in the military? How did they find their location before he went on these missions?
Drones.
Yeah, because if it's the methods we've already tried, then we did our best and we just have to go in.
Drones.
I'd say it's pretty much just what you did, yeah. I mean, they would do a little bit more high-tech reconnaissance, but you did all you really could. I'd say, like, looking at the schematics, I mean, like, I don't think there's really anything you can tell tactically just from, like, engineering blueprints.
For sure.
I would probably also posit while we're still gearing up, I guess, since we kind of knew the blueprints a little bit beforehand. I'm generally more of a tactician and I hang back. I've never been one to try to discreetly pick a lock. I usually just bang the door down and move in. Any of you guys good at picking locks on doors or anything like that?
I believe I am.
What is the skill for that? I don't know if I'm good at it or not.
There's like a lock pick, I think, and a pickpocket. I'm not sure.
There is a lockpick skill, yeah.
Yeah, pick lock. It's a tech skill. I'm a base 9.
Yeah.
Base 6.
Base 6.
Looks like it's you, Ubit. Alright.
Trick of the trade.
All business clean, right?
Oh, girl, Bakaneko might be good at that too. She's good at sneaking.
I am pretty good at sneaking.
I was about to say hers is probably better.
Based on every character I've ever seen Barbara play, I think that's a good
Oh my
Right.
god.
bet.
I don't know,
just
Zephyr
depends.
wasn't very sneaky.
Like my
That's
stealth
fair.
is incredibly high because I'm largely a sniper, but my lockpick I don't even have anything in it because I don't pick locks.
Yeah, my stealth is +8. I've just been rolling really good.
Oh, my stealth. is
27.
+11.
Yeah.
Just credit on that one. I think
Mine's plus
11.
14 if we're talking about it out loud.
She could have won.
So I need to be taking you with me on stealth ops. Okay.
Yeah, I've only got a plus 10.
Yeah, but his freaking Chuck Taylors stick out like a sore thumb. -2.
Like I said, I either sit on rooftops and wait for somebody to pop their head out, or I turn into a ninja. It's the only thing I can do. It's the only two things I'm good at. That and keeping you from dying.
Switch it. Alright, I think we gotta just go meet Naomi, guys. It's time to just go climb.
That's the plan, man. Let's go do it. I got what I want.
I got lots of bullets. And they
Yeah.
will be the rubber ones.
We're here for the train.
Shut the fuck up.
You come up to the coordinates that Naomi gives you to find a dingy alleyway.
This is where we first met.
Where is it? There we go.
Sure know how to pick 'em, Mateo.
You can
Really and
close your
truly.
stream too, Joey.
This is where we had our first date.
Mhm.
Is the dumpster where she tried to give you your first BJ too?
It was
Coincidentally, you find Naomi in the corner over there mugging this poor homeless person.
yeah, that tracks.
She sees you and then like stops, and the person runs away, and she's like, "Oh, there you guys are."
Wasting no time, I see. Naomi, or would you prefer me call you by your handle, Twinkle Tits? If I read the wanted poster correctly.
Yeah, that's what I go by now.
TT.
Nobody
for
really,
short.
TT. Nobody really calls me Naomi anymore, though.
I imagine she kind of likes it.
Twinkle Tits or Naomi?
Naomi.
But yeah,
Yeah.
Chooms, this is it. It's a
We've got,
labyrinthian system of tunnels that lead into the big top carnival.
Well, here
It's
we
been
go,
reported
boys
down
and
here.
girls.
It's been reported that that's down here where he's got his Ripper Doc clinic.
So we're
She
gonna find
give us
bozos.
any
half-made
other info?
bozos.
What was that, Devin?
We're gonna find Nozos and half-made Nozos. It could be grossed in here.
Well, Grave has needed an upgrade for his shop for some time, so sounds like a opportunity to get some new gear, yeah?
That's twice now you've considered other people's expense as your gain. I'm rather proud of you, Mateo.
Fuck yourself. I think Mateo would lock and load and
Oh yeah.
take a crowbar, pop open this manhole.
Yeah, Dallas, nobody go down first. I got 2 big pistols.
What a gentleman.
I'm scared.
I take a moment to throw on something that looks similar to a respirator, like a painting respirator or a gas mask.
Ooh, not a bad idea.
Yeah, I
That's
was
very
trying to
good,
find a
yeah.
picture of the kind of gas mask I wanted to use.
All right, and up in the top left is the room you guys find yourselves in. There's about 2 inches of dirty, smelly water in the bottom.
Gross.
A slightly raised ledge on the edge.
Yo, Chuck
But the
Taylor!
water- But the water is not even ankle deep. So,
Yeah, I'm still gonna try and get on the edge there. I don't want to get my little feeties wet.
I feel like
I wouldn't
Grave
wear
has
vintage shoes down in here. I'm wearing regular old combat boots.
Yeah,
I did
it's-
waterproof them though.
This guy is service.
I feel like
crew,
you've
so-
got the little shoe covers that like you see in hospitals and shit, and just like
Yes.
sloop, sloop. Extra protect.
You pan across the
Hike
group,
up
we
my
all have like
pants.
high-tech military gas mask, and all Mateo has is a gag ball.
Not now, Muffin. Later. God. Let's So, based on the map, I say we
We have to
wander
go
this
out.
way. Yeah.
Yeah, out and down. So is checking for traps a thing? I'm sorry, I moved Dallas and can't. There we go. Is checking for traps a thing? Can Dallas kind of peer down this little next section here, this elbow bend he knows is coming up, and make sure that it's not booby trapped?
Booby.
But I think it'd be perception for that one.
You know I love boobies. 19.
19. You don't see anything.
Alright, I'll keep going.
No trip. You don't see any trip wires glistening.
This might be just paranoia talking, but Mateo will
There's a
ping everybody on the comms, fair heads up. I can't necessarily guarantee that this isn't a setup. She seemed much more
Wait, tell
amicable
us,
than it.
you know, after we're in the shit water.
Well, if
she's
I said-
walking into it with us. Just keep an eye on.
No, yeah.
Yeah, I want to
Don't-
stay behind her.
I was about to say,
honestly,
somebody
like-
bring up the rear.
Same, but only because I'm a sniper by profession, so I don't like being too close to things.
Teo, as you say this, Naomi will kind of whisper in your ear because she's standing behind you the whole time. She'd be like, "Yeah, I don't trust her either."
I put this in the comms like text, but okay.
No, she's reading. She's reading over you. She's right behind you.
Instead of behind you,
nosy.
yeah, watching you text.
She's like, "Now, if you're gonna quit gossiping, we got a clown to kill."
God, she's one of those girls like looking over your shoulder, like, "Who's that slut you're texting?"
If she comes up to Dallas like that, she's good. You ain't happen to know where we're going, do you?
I got an idea.
Care to share?
Well, it's in these
Share.
tunnels somewhere.
God.
It shouldn't be too hard. It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be too hard to find. The Nozos find their way through here. And besides, you got a map, don't you, cowboy?
Pardon. Stay close. Keep your eyes open. Dallas will come down to here. Well, he'll come to here first, because I want to know what these fucking balloons, fake fucking shits are. I don't know if
I'm gonna
we can
stay
see
on that corner.
The balloons. So Dallas is going up to the balloons.
Not quite. I was like, oh, okay. Interesting.
The balloons are tied to the risk of a corpse.
Okay.
I shoot Dallas.
Stop.
Just to be safe.
Man, we know where we
Oh, I
want
was-
to go. Dallas will come to here, or however. Yeah, we're gonna take a left. Dallas will come to here and try to get a gauge of this hallway here. He knows is, this little section here. If I have to make another perception check, I will. He wants to make sure they're alone and there are no traps before he moves to the next hallway.
These balloons seem like they're armed. Are they like gonna pop and like have gas or something in them?
Maybe. I don't know.
The
Depends.
impression
Hey,
you
got-
got that it's almost like garage sale this way. Like they're identification markers to where to go.
I wondered the same thing.
That's hysterical, honestly.
part of me's like,
Uh-oh.
That's what
I
I'm.
don't think I have.
Oh no, I
I
don't
don't
know
think
if
I
Ben
have
just rolled,
anything-
but I don't
uh-oh.
like it.
Don't
I don't think
worry
I have
about
anything
it.
on me for it, but I would have
I'm
probably
scared.
told
Probably
Mateo,
nothing.
like,
It's probably
"Hey,
nothing.
somebody with a knife, get up there and just cut that string loose, let them float up, and they're not a problem anymore."
I'll float down here, Georgie. I kind of want to pop one just to see if it's air or what.
Pull
But I don't
out.
make the noise.
Oh, I should have said I was being stealthy. I did not. Shame. Shame.
You can pinch the
I was-
rudder and then a small slit.
Don't put slits in the rubber. That's how I
Or-
was born.
I was about to say large slits. if
I was thinking the
Mateo's
same
used
thing,
to
like maybe maybe tape in like a square with a little spot where you could like cut it, but it won't pop, and just see what pops out.
I don't want to mess with it.
Trying to stealth.
I'm no
Well,
chemist.
if they're explosive or if they're gas, I want to know before it's used against us.
You want to
Or- so
test
we
the
can-
balloon gas.
I mean, if y'all step back and I pop it with an arrow from afar.
Oh. Well, I want to be quiet about it too.
Fair. Yeah, that would still be loud.
Like it better
You've
be
heard,
laughing
you've
gas.
heard of an unlocked door. Get ready for a balloon.
A balloon.
It's a regular balloon.
Okay.
Let's see what they do. Let's see what they do.
Just can't be sure. All right, we carry on.
All right.
Yeah, what's Dallas see in this hallway here?
I'll
Which
take
one?
6.
Left or right, buddy?
I want to go right. So he's gonna try to go. He's gonna get here. He wants to scope this hallway that he's in, and then he's gonna go to, well, our left, looking at the screen, because he's trying to get to this doorway he knows is down here.
I'm also gonna I'm gonna try to take the other side, and I rolled an 18 for perception. If we can just
Do any of you guys have cyberware that help you in low light?
Dallas does. His eyes do.
All right, cool. And you're good.
I guess maybe Crave might as well. He has the thermal stuff in his.
I forgot
his
about
stuff,
this.
yeah?
Yes, I know Crave does, so Dallas does.
I don't believe I do.
So if with the low light
Can't
or
see
whatever,
shit out of this thing.
We
you're
ain't
only
got
gonna
shit.
you're only gonna suffer a -1 to your perception-based checks.
Okay, that's not
Since
bad.
you're able to mostly see what you're doing, anyone who does not have those is suffering a -4
Damn.
because we are in a deep dark subway
Mhm.
sewer tunnel.
So that's gonna
I
be a
didn't
14
forget
for
about
me.
Forgot about that.
Like,
So-
yeah.
Our
I've got-
burner phones don't have built-in flashlights.
14 for me as well, with the -1.
Probably.
I'm like, I've got some cool eyeballs, but they're just for like show.
14.
Bro, same.
So hold on, let me move my character down. So I would probably,
20 meters.
I've gotten a little bit used to working with Dallas. So if I know that he's going to cut to the left, I would probably prop up in the corner and sort of sight down that hallway from the rear, just to sort of cover his general proximity. I can also make a perception check. I rolled a 19.
19. Ooh.
Minus 118, sorry.
Let's see here. You don't see any activity like of recent patrols or anything like that. Nor do you see any traps. You do see what seems to be another bundle of balloons here. Then
Garage sale.
another passage that comes down here.
So down
Yeah,
this
that's the way
passageway to the right is a room that is a dead end. It'd be nice to know that that was clear beforehand, but it looks like all these, all of these over here on the far right side of the map are tunnels out anyway, so it wouldn't really help us. We would just know the one room is secure rather than that side.
Once Crave moves to his Overwatch position, Dallas will throw a hand signal at him, and then he'll move to here so that he can look down this hallway. Let's see what's down there before we. On the column, he's gonna say something.
I'll
on the
turn to
column, so-
Mateo and ask, did he just tell me to steal third?
Is that the new guy?
I think
That's
so.
That's such a dated reference and I love it. It's a good movie.
I guess Dallas's hand signs would be like an Overwatch, like cover me going forward, and he would. I don't see. So on the columns, Dallas would say, I don't see anything down this hallway. We need
Oh,
to
there's
decide.
a room just to the right.
We need to decide what we think the balloons are about.
Well, in my opinion, they're either markers to tell you which way to go, or they're nothing.
Tell who which way to go. The Nozos? Where would they be sending them? To his workshop, maybe?
Mateo will, if somebody will follow him, he'll go to this intersection here, because there's a hallway up to a room that's closed off to itself, and then the long hallway at the end. Barbara, you said you're pretty stealthy, right?
Plus
Or you
8.
have a plus 8? I think I only have a plus 6. You might be more perceptive than me too.
Well, I've got a -4. I don't got no eyeballs.
Oh,
You're
that's
just
right.
blind.
If I know he's cutting that way, I think I would look at Dallas and say, you told me to watch the back once. I guess I'll have to do it again. Hang tight.
Well, I moved my token, but I was gonna getting somebody with me before I go. The eyeballs
Yeah,
thing is
I'd-
a good point,
I was
though.
about to say,
I'd stick
if
close to you,
Mateo
though.
branches off, I'll go with Mateo.
Okay.
We'll do a scope. I'm not separating, just scouting. If I can check this hallway, I'll do another perception check, and with my -4, that'd be a 12.
That's not bad. Okay, this hallway kind of expands into what seems like a little bit of a junction / intersection. You find another body.
2 bundles of balloons here. And these balloons are not tied to the wrist?
No, those are just anchored down in the corners of the room.
Since we didn't check the first body, can we look at the second one? Is there anything similar to the first? Are they lobotomized?
Did he get hammered?
Seems like this.
Squeaky?
Maxwell's squeaky hammer? Silver hammer?
I guess that would require some kind of check.
Okay. Awaiting your
Yeah.
instructions, sir.
It would be either first aid.
I assume we know he's dead.
Man,
he's dead, yeah,
no doubt
skills,
about it.
skills I'm proficient in. Imagine.
I've got an 8 to first aid. So if you don't have a higher, I'll check out
Let's see
the
if that
corpse.
even it would be the right one.
Is there a blood splatter analysis skill?
There's like general medical tech, paramedic.
Ooh, deduction.
Deduction.
Taking clues
Based.
and leaping to non-obvious conclusions or medical diagnosis.
13.
I got a 7.
13. A quick glance over this corpse, Mateo. You will notice that this guy has died from heavy blood loss caused by I don't know, he seems to have not reacted well to the amount of cyberware he has. The amount of cyberware he has seems fresh. It seems like he was given a lot of cyberware, he couldn't handle it, and his body was just kind of dumped here.
Does he have the voice box? Or an open wound where the voice box would be?
Nah.
Okay.
He says doesn't seem to be as he doesn't seem to have been as worked on as extensively as the Nozos you encountered.
We could swing up north to check out this room that dead ends. We could go ahead and proceed down Dallas's tunnel. We're not really going to be able to secure our rear, unfortunately, due to the nature of these tunnels. But
Well, that just depends, you know. I know Bakaneko has a bit of a shot on her. She could always be your Overwatch, and I could watch the back.
I suppose there are 6 of us.
It may be best to let Bakaneko have a look in that room to the north. If he's not there, we'll keep moving.
I
Gonna
guess
grab
you
my
could relay
bucket
that to
candle.
her.
Well, I'll
Hippie
say-
toes.
Bakaneko can't see in the dark. You and Crave can. Might be better to
Yeah.
have one of y'all in each party.
He's the
I'll-
most likely
I'll
to
di-
be caught, though. He's
dip back
least
there.
likely to be caught.
My stealth is really
stealth.
good. I'll dip back there and look if you want.
Why is that an issue?
Whoa.
Crave is the least likely to be.
No, Bakaneko's least likely to be caught. Krave's stealth score is very good too.
But-
But
Bakaneko can't see in the dark, so she takes a pretty heavy penalty to her.
Yeah, it's a 4 penalty. And I mean, my stealth is only +8.
and
oh,
Josh is not
So-
unstealthy. Let's be clear. Josh
I
is the
think-
second most
I
stealthy.
think
It's not
Crave
like
is even
he's.
better.
I might be the most stealthy. I have a plus 14.
You're the 14. I'm sorry. I've got you
Yeah.
mixed up.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm the second most stealthy. He's the first.
I'll just look at you and
Oh,
say,
2 20s? Why? Why are we rolling 20s?
Yeah, I know.
What
I'll-
are we doing there,
I'll
I don't
Benny?
know why
say-
I'm rolling
I'll say,
20s, but
So hang tight.
that's
I'm gonna
insane.
scoot down here, and I'll try to stealthily peek in
Well,
this room.
nothing happened for the first 20, so maybe the second 20 is okay too.
Don't jinx it.
Maybe.
Well, in Cyberpunk, when you crit, you get to roll the dice again. Hey, that could be very, very, very bad for us. Yeah, scoop out that room. I'll get your 6.
Yeah. hold on.
All right. What you want me to roll? You need me to roll anything? You just want me to look in there?
You can just look in there. You can roll perception if you want to.
Sure, why not? As I come around the corner, I think I would also look at the dead body and look to the right and be like, what in the Super Mario Brothers is that tunnel down there?
To Mushroom Kingdom. Oh. This is where
Uh,
Silent J gets his mushrooms. Hell yeah.
I rolled a 15 on perception.
Ew, sewer shrooms.
Don't require too much.
It will
You
wreck your shit, man.
once you come down, if you come down this hallway and peer into the room at the end, you'll see that it's full of balloons,
Oh no. Oh no.
like packed
no.
full of balloons.
Hmm.
They're not helium
Look
balloons,
back.
so they're just kind of full up in there,
Oh no.
kind of bouncing.
Is
on
it
the ground
like-
and stuff.
Is it like a layer on the ground or is it like floor to ceiling? Like
Oh, floor to ceiling.
Oh no. I don't like any of this.
I'm gonna look back at Mateo and be like, those balloons seem pretty benign back there, but I don't trust a whole room full of them.
Part
Not
of
as
me,
far as I can
helium's
throw 'em.
flammable, isn't it? Part of me thinks there's a quick way to deal with this, but it might draw attention. But Joey, well, I guess Mateo's seeing the map too. Mateo sees that we can't see deep into this room and that it looks like there's something else in there on the map. Are the balloons hiding something? Can anybody have like a freeze bomb or something? Can we freeze them and then shatter them rather than like popping them?
We could throw a flashbang in there, but it would be loud.
Yeah.
I think popping that many balloons is gonna be loud.
That's what I was thinking. If we freeze them, they'll like shrink a bit, and then they'll break rather than like popping. You know what I mean?
I think handling that's gonna be noisy no matter what.
Yep.
We should maybe check out the
Is it-
2 rooms we wanted to check out and then come back to this if they don't yield anything.
I don't disagree.
I'll say maybe one final. This spot to the right here leads to the longest hallway in this whole place. We could get the most visual bang for our buck if we scope it out.
All right.
Take a look, Craig.
I'd tap into the comms and say, I don't want to split too far, so if you lose line of sight on me, you should probably move up to join the rest of the group. I'm gonna check out this hallway.
Dallas will post up here. Oh well. Yeah, I suppose so.
It's a good point that we could converge on this room here, or on the room that Dallas is just outside of.
See,
I guess.
I'm just passively keeping an eye on Twinkle Pits.
this one right here.
Make sure she ain't gonna do nothing funny.
Good
Yeah, I
call.
think we wanted to look to the right.
She's looking around. She's kind of scoffing. She doesn't seem to think that the Nozos have a lot of class.
Set the pot to the kettle. Damn. Yeah. Check out this hallway. See what's north and south.
Nothing obvious.
I hate everything about this.
No, same.
Anyway,
We could
We can-
either head down south to this intersection here and approach that room from this side, or we can double back where Dallas was and go through that side. But both of them lead to the same point.
so we think anyway. Before we, I think that I don't want to keep pushing too far this direction. I would ask if I could investigate the height to the south a little bit by the body just to see if like it leads to anything.
Yeah, it's got a grate on it.
All right, fair enough.
It's full of farts and turds, probably.
Beautiful. It's
Full
my
of
favorite
farts.
things to find.
Mateo's right. We can get where we're going by continuing forward. I think the path is a little shorter by doubling back, but we don't know what's down that hallway.
Well, and come to think of it, if we go down, if we take this way south and go to this intersection, if there's people in the room above and below, then we're caught in the middle. So I think doubling back to that other place is the better call.
That seems fair enough.
Move to here. Take a look. Or well, wherever he's got to move to be able to see down that
Tail will
corner there.
follow. I don't want to get too far away.
I'm being stealthy if it matters. I'm trying to be stealthy. Mateo's splashing around behind me.
Splash.
Splish splash, I was taking a bath. You know what it is. I'm gonna move
Alright.
forward. Oh, never mind. Did not realize.
Well, what did you do? Back up, back up.
Yeah, I did not realize.
Is this candy?
There's a whole room here. What?
Looks like it, huh?
Oh no.
I
Just
don't,
random piles of candy in a sewer.
I don't like that. Dallas makes face.
That's fun, huh?
Oh,
I'll ask Naomi. This something bozos do? Leave your candy in sewers.
She'll kind of like
Is me-
pick up a lollipop and pop it in her mouth, and she'd be
No,
like,
no,
"Not
no,
that
no,
I've
no, no,
heard
no.
of personally."
No, 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 no.
Kind of had the stick hanging out her mouth like a cigarette a little bit.
Ugh.
Kind of
Alright,
keep splashing on.
Dallas gives
Splash, splash,
Mateo a look like, "Have fun with that later." He will. He'll follow her if they don't.
Mateo
She'll
throws
look
up in
back.
the corner.
She'll look back and she'll be like, "You know they have hepatitis in D now."
Does it taste like orange juice?
The hepatitis?
Yeah, hepatitis D, like vitamin D.
It's more like
Oh,
grapefruit.
God. Oh.
Jesus.
E through F.
Christ.
All right, Jingle Tits, hang on.
I've-
Dallas wants to take a look.
I've
at
never
this.
been more uncomfortable in a session in my life.
Yeah.
Ubik, we should follow
Take
through.
that as-
Why don't you
take that as a
sandwich
compliment.
yourself?
Yeah, you should. Yeah. Inflicted emotional trauma on your players. That's a landmark.
There it is.
Milestone. There we go. Yeah, let's
Uh-oh.
Man,
keep
all
going.
right, Yeah.
They don't go the same direction.
I'll
Looking
stealth.
splashy.
Stealthy. No.
All right.
This is what we expected.
Wait, before
As
we
you
before we go further,
Good. Good.
Mateo asked Crave, like, are you getting anything on this candy? Is this like drug based? Is this just literal sugar? Like, I'm
This
baffled. With,
This might be the first time I've ever seen Crave be like genuinely kind of uncomfortable touching something. And he like kind of starts to squat down, like holding almost like the back of his like sort of sweatshirt up to make sure it doesn't dip down in the water. And he'll look at it really close and be like, I mean, I could try to examine it. I don't know how much I can determine about bloody sewer candy.
just trying to make sense of it. Like, why is it
I would-
here?
If you say that out loud, I think I would cut my eyes to you and then cut my eyes to Naomi and then back to you and say, you're trying to make sense out of something that don't make no sense, but I'm just gonna cut you straight.
You're right, though.
Naomi will look at you and she'll be like, "It tastes like Tutti Frutti."
You know what? I'll look at Naomi and be like, hey, Naomi, if you were you, which direction would you go?
It's only one direction to go right now.
Like right now, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, like,
Naomi will look at you and be like, maybe we can find another cavern with some streets in it. I'm kind of digging that so far.
oh, you want more candy?
She's getting mad distracted.
In Russia, we have story of leaving breadcrumbs. Maybe that's all this is.
I thought that for the balloons, but just the room full of bloody candy is baffling.
There's so many-
She didn't seem to have a good grasp on where we needed to go when I asked her earlier.
No, she definitely didn't. I was hoping her weird distracted brain would be like, well, you know, as a bozo
it's-
myself, maybe it makes sense to just go this way.
It's Big Top's Carnival. I mean, she kind of just assumes she'll know it when she sees it.
Looking at the map, 2 quick questions. So in this room, there's like a weird pipe thing. Is that marked? Like what that is?
Yeah, it's just a pipe. It comes out of the floor and goes into the wall.
And then not the room that Dallas is about to walk in, not the intersection, not the room after it, but the room to the left of that. There's another weird circular thing. Is that marked as anything?
Well, that's also just kind of like a grate.
Okay.
But there's other empty space in that room, so.
That you know of.
Yeah, let's.
Does Naomi seem to be suffering any sort of effects from eating that lollipop?
Not that you can see off the bat.
Is she getting high?
Basically.
No more than
Yeah.
she was when she came.
I was about to say black lace, black licorice does have a ring to it, but you know.
Come on, back.
Black licorice lace?
Let's fall, Dallas. Get on down there. We gotta move.
All right, Dallas.
I'm scared.
As you turn the corner, you see another pile of gore with what seems to be a body.
Wonderful.
And what seems to be an archway of balloons leading into the other room.
Heads up, boys and girls. Something funky ahead. I will creep forward as stealthily as I can. That's 16. Gross. Terrible.
That's pretty stealthy. That's pretty stealthy.
So I guess he'll come to here, maybe, if he can see. Ignoring. To try to see into whatever's past the arch. Oh my.
See some stuff. Oh.
I peek over your shoulder and I'm like, that doesn't look too different from my workshop when I was an apprentice.
Mental note from Dallas not to get work done by Craig.
When I was
Dallas-
an apprentice.
Dallas, as you stealthily peek your head into the room, you see like a large room within the sewer. Still got a little bit of sewage on the bottom of the floor, you know, that kind of deal. Otherwise, it's decorated like a birthday party, but with several corpses strewed about.
We're very
I think
happy
there's a
on
Bright Eyes
birthday
song
to
about
you.
this.
Over the comms, Dallas will say, big room ahead seems clear, but it ain't pretty.
Should we go around or through?
Can I
have a
can I
feeling
check for traps before we go through?
that pile of presents looks a little menacing to me.
Same.
I mean, you can dig through whatever you want to, really.
Dallas wants to make sure nothing in the room is dangerous, unless they fuck with it.
Well, I mean, that's kind of subjective.
Yeah, man. Dallas wants to make sure they can pass around the edges of the room without disturbing anything.
It's about to be if I ever rolled another 20.
Stop. No more rolls. 18 perception check.
Yeah, you can definitely skirt around the edges of the room. There doesn't seem to be any traps or alarms or anything, which at this point seems to kind of concern you even more.
Yeah. At this point, I don't know what's going on, and that makes me really fucking uncomfortable.
Looking at the balloons from where we entered, they do sort of lead to this chamber. This might be their welcoming room. Question is if people are sent here willingly or dragged along.
It's weird we hadn't seen any of the Nozos so far. Maybe he's out of them. Maybe he makes a batch and sends them out to commit chaos, and he's in between batches. Regardless, I think it may behoove us to move with a little more speed.
Before we proceed down there, though, I think, since we can see through this hallway, check that this is clear, and then maybe peek through here to the south and try to get another view further down. Just try to
Oh,
keep
yes.
tabs of everything as we go.
Alright,
Gotcha.
I'll follow
Could
you.
we
Dale.
look at the presents if there's any like to and from tags?
Don't go there. It's not worth it.
I mean, like, not like
Just
touch 'em.
looking at them.
Yeah,
Yeah, like,
it
see if
says
they
to
have
the
any-
peasants from the capital, and then they explode.
Looking at
do-
the presents, you don't see any name tags or anything like that.
Do we hear
Alright.
anything like ticking?
Yeah.
Well, give me a perception check real quick.
Oh,
Either that
boy.
no, concentration is more for like memory recall.
Perception check. That's with a -4, that would be an 11.
11. You don't hear anything coming from the presents.
Would
Am I allowed to
hearing
roll?
be
Am I
the
still over there?
-4 or just sight? I feel like hearing shouldn't be sacrificed.
That's a good point. If I don't have to have a penalty, then it's a 15. But I don't know if that's gonna help.
Yeah, like if it could be argued that you're just listening for stuff. So yeah, that wouldn't really affect it. So with a 15, yeah, the presents are clear. Nothing's taken.
I think me
Well,
and
that-
Crave are gonna.
But with a 15, you do kind of hear like a faint splashing coming from one of the far corridors.
Ooh.
Nothing loud, but something almost
Do I get a
rhythmic. Like almost
Bring
rhythmic.
it direction.
Seems to be coming from this direction.
Oh, that's where we went.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
no.
Not that close, but that's where it's coming from.
Sounds like it's rhythmic. Interesting.
Fine, I'll round the corner with you, and because my perception's mostly not impaired, and because I have a sniper scope on my assault rifle, I'm just gonna peek down the hallway as far as it'll let me see. I'm gonna square up on it.
Blood dripping from the ceiling.
Which,
quit eating the fucking candy. Get over here.
which direction are you looking, Crave?
South. The direction we heard the noise.
Like Naomi will kind of like reach up and grab you by the shoulders, Mateo, and be like, "Ooh, it's getting kind of spooky."
Thought she was gonna grab his ass.
Don't give my
And then smacks his ass. Yes, she does that too.
Well, what's
Thank you,
weird is
thank you, Devin,
she
I almost
had
forgot.
both hands on his shoulders, but yet he still felt pressure on his butt.
Right?
Oh boy.
Jesus.
Okay.
She's like, "Why, yes, that is a banana in my pocket."
It
Little thing pops out
probably
of her pants.
literally
Bang.
is.
Crave, looking down the hallway, you see another pile of gore and a body that seems to be not all in one piece.
Mateo, following along on the map, will say there's an alcove to the right-hand side down there. And then that intersection should lead to the same hallway that is on the other side of that room. It might be safer to try to go around than through. I don't know, that room just gives me the heebie-jeebies.
If I learned anything, it's that splitting up your squadron's not a good idea, but they're pretty close. We could argue
saying
that we
this-
should go this way as a group.
Agreed, yes. I'm not saying for us to branch off at this stage. Twinkle Tits. Try to
Yo,
keep her.
Sweetheart.
Running off.
She's wandering around.
Dallas gives Ubik and Buck and
Splash,
the
splash,
nod
splash.
to go ahead so that he can go in the back. Try to keep, trained eyes in the front and in the back.
I'll forge forward a little bit since my stealth isn't too awful. Just sort of get around this area. Trying to be
Coming
quiet and see
forward.
what I can peek out.
You see that this area is a grate and a drain. You see a severed arm on one side and a pile of cupcakes on the other side,
Hmm.
just sitting on the grate. Yeah, right.
Sitting on the grate.
Yeah, just on the ground.
We see a paper
I'll,
boat drift down the sewer.
I'll look back at Mateo and I'll see if you can distract us so she doesn't run after these cupcakes. We gotta keep scooting.
Hey, Cupcake, follow me.
Ow. She follows.
You guys knew Ubik wasn't all about killing some random bozos, but with every dead body, you could just see him getting more and more like grossed out and pissed.
Since Dallas is sort of behind you, moving past you, you are at the house.
I can't say that I won't kill as many as I can.
Just,
get-
don't forget, you came to provide discretion. If we can do so without endangering the main objective, by all means. But don't go out of your way to endanger everyone else.
Yeah, you didn't get that he was about to go kamikaze Nicolas Cage, guns a-blazing.
And to be fair, I think if killing the bozos might make us safer. Just, fair.
He
For what
had
that's worth, yeah.
he normally has relatively strong reservations about killing unnecessarily, but that is like gone. Not that he's trying to do anything stupid, just
I don't think the
He's-
ones
I mean,
we
no-
encounter will be very complicit. They're just victims of the crime. Keep your eyes on the cause of the suffering.
that's why I'm angry.
This area here is the cupcake drain. Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah, it should be.
Is it birthday cake or red velvet?
I hate everything.
Carrot cake.
Take a bite and find
They're
out.
chocolate with pink icing. Okay. Yeah, right.
It depends. What's your favorite flavor of cake?
Yeah, what is your favorite, personally?
Like legit?
Coconut cake.
Carrot.
Yeah, because that's what it is. It's whatever cake you like.
Honestly, carrot cake's up there.
Your cake's pretty good.
Gross.
What do you mean, gross?
Carrot cake and
Have you ever
red
had a
velvet
carrot cake?
Yeah,
It's
carrot cake
delicious.
and red velvet cake. Gross.
Not a big fan of red velvet, but
Wow.
carrot cake, you fucking get it.
It
Red
is
velvet's not gross. It's just overrated.
I will concur with
You
that.
just haven't had the right red velvet cake, that's all.
It's the cream cheese icing that came in. Disgusting.
But the cream cheese icing on a fucking carrot cake,
Well,
dude?
you probably just
Bro? Dude?
good. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
banana bread at work, bro?
I
I
do like
knew.
banana bread.
Listen, he's been rolling the whole time and talking. Everybody shut up. We got him.
We need to
Yeah,
we need to
that-
focus on the task at hand.
Banana bread? God,
Let's go. Hell yeah, dude.
Dallas
work,
takes a
bro.
shot from his glass,
Us in the sewer. Just.
playing 1,000-year-old memes across our comms.
It's not that old.
Yeah, I guess I want to see what I can see. I'm gonna stand right in the dead center, the least tactical position of this whole freaking crossroads.
Baby at the crossroads.
Man,
Oh, sick.
Surprisingly
Dead end.
clean hallway.
this end of this corridor dead ends,
This
but it
is
also leads up into that secondary room that you guys were talking about.
This is the room
Yeah.
we wanted to find.
And that's the only room on the map that hasn't been checked yet.
Grave, you want to switch
Well, on
before we go down this hallway?
On your map.
What's going on over here, then?
There is an alcove to the south, the left side of that chamber.
Dallas would like to
Or
stealth
hallways.
up into this doorway and see, since Grave called that out. I will roll just to roll, since I technically don't know, if there's anything to hide from or not. Where'd it go?
What you got?
20.
20. 20, you find a room. And in this room, there are piles of limbs, as in arms below the elbow, legs below the knee, and then a pile of bloody birthday presents. With your 20, you surmise that these presents are also full of arms and legs.
Mateo's scar from his recently attached arm itches like crazy.
I was about to say it.
Dallas,
This looks like it's
Wow.
caved in. That's nice.
Yeah.
There's nothing worth noting in here. Just more,
Is that a hallway on the top? I'm sorry, just for peace of mind.
It is.
Oh, 2 entry
Brother,
points.
there's too many
Let's-
passageways.
Yeah, we need to check that other room first.
Sure.
Crave, do you
Yeah.
want to switch before we go down that hallway?
Yeah, sure. You take point, I'll take back.
Put the sniper back in the back.
Wait a minute. Oh, I thought we lost Twinkle Tits for a second. I was busy like, oh fuck.
Dallas
it
will
comes.
go all the way down to here. He will check for traps on the way because I've said it every time and I won't forget this time. Feels weird.
My
Tail's gonna
headcanon,
claw-
by the way, is that you've been trying to be stealthy this whole time, and Twinkle Tits is just jingling with pockets full of keys. Like, just
Ching,
walking
ching,
around
ching, ching,
behind
ching.
you.
That's true.
Mateo, like, could you
Turns out that's what Ben was rolling the whole time.
Oh no, it's
You-
worse than that.
Can you silence those? Is there a buffer?
Hold your clap.
It's probably good.
That's
She's
no
like-
interest.
She'll
Makes
kind
them
of
look
like
good.
she'll kind of like roll her eyes at you and like hold her boobs up as she walks so they don't jiggle,
Oh, good for her.
and then that kind of muffles it a little bit. Yeah. She's like, I can't shoot for shit now, but whatever.
When we get to the point of shooting, you can put them down. You're good. You should just have the gun installed directly in there anyway. They are your best weapons.
Yeah, then peeking into this room, you'll find a room with a large wrapped present box. It's about 4 foot tall, 4 foot wide.
It says to Dallas.
Tops
Dallas
with a
is
big
one
red
of
bow.
those. Alright, there's some weird as fucking here. Y'all may just have to come see.
You're going to have to be a lot more fucking specific, man.
Big present. Probably worth looking into. Man, I don't want to open it. I don't want to shoot it, make a bunch of noise. I can't throw a grenade at it without making a bunch of noise.
Hey, how much noise does a rubber bullet make? I'm just curious.
The guns are gonna make a lot of sound to shoot.
They will, but it's the gunpowder that makes noise, right? Like, what is a rubber bullet gonna do?
I was gonna say, arrows don't make sound.
They
Oh,
don't.
that's a good point.
What would we do without you? Bakaneko, could you come up here and put an arrow in this box for me, please?
Absolutely.
Before we do
Punch
that,
him out-
Joey,
punch him out like
Joey, wheel or woe, buddy.
Oh no. Whoa.
All right, shoot the box, Bakaneko.
Oh boy.
Oh no, he rolled real. Oh no.
I'm gonna shoot right from this corner, the farthest I can possibly be.
Dallas will like military crouch with his handgun out. So she can shoot
Okay,
over him.
This is so stressful. We found nothing in this whole dungeon. We're fucking terrified.
I guess just a regular arrow would be as quiet as a rubber one. Or do y'all want me to shoot a rubber arrow?
I love this so much.
Nah, you can use
I think a regular one's fine. Of
Ain't
course,
it
you could
fun?
always
Watch this
impale a living person in there. That would be interesting.
As long as it ain't dangerous, I don't care. I'll shoot him, put him out of their
Could
misery.
you
and
try
we'll keep
to-
moving.
Could you try to use a regular arrow and shoot the bow? Like, see if you can cut the ribbon to where it might unfold itself or something?
I like that.
That would
It'd
be an
be a-
aimed shot, right?
It would be an aim shot, yeah.
All right, I'll try that, and if I can't hit it, then we'll move from there. Yeah, that was a 9 somehow.
Mm.
Yeah, the
Oh, I
arrow
thought-
hits the back wall and clacks to the floor.
I mean, I've got plenty of arrows. If y'all want me to give it a few more goes for the bow.
Keep going.
But the
Um,
arrow hitting the box and then hitting the floor doesn't seem to cause anything to happen.
Okay, see, you know, I
I'll-
can go.
I'm gonna pull around Bakaneko on the left side just in case anything comes out of this hallway. That
Alright,
might be
I'll
the edge of the
do
map.
Another
Yeah, that's the edge. Yeah, those are dead
Okay.
ends.
That makes
another
me feel
bow
better.
shot.
But he would still do that to cover her.
That
six.
one was an 11.
Oh no.
For shooting the bow,
Yeah,
yeah, that misses too.
I can't see in for
In the
shit in the
dark,
sewer.
yeah.
But I've got 42 arrows. I'll give it, I guess, one more, and then I'll just shoot the box. Three's a charm, right? That was a 21.
Yeah.
Third time's a charm.
As the blade on your broadhead arrow passes over the box, it slices through the ribbon and it neatly unfurls. But other than that, nothing happens.
Oh, it's a lift lid. Ah! I take up my
Well.
grenade launcher.
Mhm. Yeah, I mean, we can, to be honest with you,
I mean, I've got an
Yeah.
incendiary arrow. We could just light it on fire.
it may just be body parts. That might not be a bad plan.
I'm kind of concerned that it's actually a living person still, like
Not
an
a
innocent
problem.
person. But
Light it
Not a
up.
problem.
Light it up.
I am afraid if you
I don't-
start a fire, it's gonna draw attention.
if
Whoa,
it,
whoa, whoa, whoa.
if it's a living person, they might have information. Think tactically, not just There's no need to kill somebody if we can find some use for them. There's no reason to kill
What do
them.
you mean
Period. If
tactically?
they're innocent, but
Tactically, what advantage would be offered by a living person in a present in a random sewer hallway?
if they were jacked by the big top dude, they might have some information like, oh, they brought me in from over there, or we don't know
No,
what they
but what,
could.
what would Big Top gain by putting a living person in a box in a
I'm
random
kind of
to
thinking
see.
I'll
psychological
be real
warfare.
with you. I think it's a trap. It's an attractive nuisance.
Yeah.
It could
like,
also just
it's a
be where he
trap.
holds them.
that should be your handle from now on, Barbara. Like Bakaneko,
Wow.
attractive nuisance.
Wow. Just for that, I'm gonna I don't know. I don't have anything.
Rubber
his
arrow
toe.
right to the
Stab
dick.
me with an
I'm
arrow.
Stomp
I'm
his
gonna-
toe.
Yeah, sack
I'm-
me with a rubber arrow.
No, I'm gonna kick you with one of my little sharp cat feet claws, and I hope you enjoy your tetanus from the sewers.
Ew.
Just gotta break
Yo, that's-
open a wound, break the
That's
skin.
not tetanus. You'll give him
Delicious.
a gnarly staph infection.
Yeah,
What's
there
that?
you go.
They're gonna discover hepatitis E.
FNG.
Jesus.
Regardless,
I think I should hit it with something like a rubber arrow just to jostle it enough. I think it's a trap. I think it's gonna blow
I
up or some
agree.
shit.
we
But
run
if
a
it blows
risk.
up, that would
continuing-
draw attention. Like Dallas has been.
We run a
So do we
risk-
want
Not
to just
fucking-
leave it alone?
Crave, do you have that shield still?
Yeah, I always got it on me.
May I?
Sure. Hey, do me a favor real quick. If you're gonna take
Yeah?
it up there, can you just slice that box open? I'm tired of all this pussyfooting.
No,
around.
that's exactly
Nice.
what I'm
What
gonna
he's
do.
about to do?
Full body. Is it? I
Alright.
picture it like a Roman shield, like a SWAT shield.
Yeah, right.
It's,
like
yeah, it's
rectangular?
exactly that. It's more or less like a big, just plexiglass-looking riot shield.
Full phalanx,
take-
shield out, extended stake, and try to knock the lid off.
Before
Yeah,
you
I'm
go.
s- I'm stepping back around this corner for cover.
Too late. It's already happened. What happens, Ben?
Before I go, what?
Dallas wants to warn him, as you're getting ready to leave the group, House, I want you to think about it. Is a potential stranger's life worth more than your own? You might flip that box.
If we
and
shoot
not
it, it's
come
good-
back.
If we shoot it, it could explode and we not come back anyway. I mean, it is better to know. Besides, I'm made of tougher shit than you. I can take a hit. I'll go up and try to knock the lid off.
I was standing beside Dallas and this happens, and I'm like, is this not just pure cinema?
Mateo, give me an athletics check.
Boy,
Uh,
I'm just happy to have something progress. Athletics. That's plus 12. Oh, and I rolled a crit fail, and then I rolled a 10 on the 1 to minus from it.
God,
Oh.
man.
Yeah.
That's a 3.
You go to charge the box, but your feet slip.
Oh.
And you fall
Oh,
into the
turd.
box instead.
Oh no.
That's okay. That's
And-
okay.
Well, besides busting your chin, nothing else happens. The box jostles, but nothing seems to happen.
The box does not come open.
Box doesn't come open. No, you didn't knock it that hard.
I look back to make sure Dallas didn't see that, and then
You fall face first, and your head kind of hits it, but only a little bit, so it just scoots it.
Oh, I thought he fell in it. Took the lid
No.
off and fell in. Okay, that's it.
Maybe with a 5, but with a 3, nah.
oh my god, damn it.
slap
I'm
Dallas
gonna
on the
try to
shoulder. I'm
stand
like,
as-
pure cinema.
Okay, that was.
It's a fucking banana peel. I think standing like a square away, like trying to extend his arm out just to knock that lid off. Try again, I guess. Actually, before I do that, do I hear ticking?
No, you don't hear ticking.
I'm
Should
gonna
have blown
try
up by
to
now.
I turned
Just-
to TT and no wonder you dumped this guy.
It's just sticking
You didn't see that.
She's like, "Oh, Muffin, you're embarrassing me." All right, give me one more check.
This is a bitch eating a hepatitis pop. One more athletics check. That's significantly better. That's a 20.
Hell yeah. Well, you stand up, dust yourself off, and nothing's hurt except for your pride, really.
Very hurt.
And you
Critically
seem like
injured.
you seem to kind of like use that you need to kind of make up for it with this one, so you kind of just hit the side of the box and knock it over. And out comes a man, bound and gagged, who is alive.
Hot. I'll notify the party. And none of this feels good. What's this grate? Do I see anything down it? Do I have any?
You got some smelly water.
I'll tell everybody. We've got a live one. If y'all wants to take a very good look around on the way in, mostly those of you who can see in the dark, give a good perception check and see if y'all can make heads or tails of the water, the room, anything.
Sure, I'm already up in here.
I'll also ask
first
Twinkle
off, is
Tits
that
if
a-
she recognizes. Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry. So first off, is that a pathway to the west there? Second off, what do you plan on doing with him? Because I'm not dragging him out.
I was gonna start by asking Naomi if she recognized him as a former bozo or whatever.
She kind of crouches down to look at him. Stops for a second, and she's like, "Fucking Leon!" And then she kicks him in the ribs.
Oh, I thought you killed him.
Thought I killed him.
Well, I thought you were dead too. I guess it's a common thing in Night City. Fuck.
Man, I put him in a box and pushed him in the bay. That normally does it.
You put him in this box?
This is the same one. This one's a lot prettier. This one's a lot prettier. She's kind of like playing with the ribbon a little bit.
Okay.
Am I the only one confused why he's still alive?
Same.
No, sounds like they're all confused about why he's still alive.
I'll
Anyway,
cut the gag. I'll cut the gag.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Crave, he's not gonna start screaming when he opens that gag. Can Crave get a look at him to
Or
make sure
the-
he's not lost his
The
fucking
lab.
mind?
If he does, and I mean this in the kindest professional way possible, I will blow his brains out.
Mercy killing at this point.
Dallas wants to put his gun on him
Ki-
just in case.
Did y'all do a perception check? Like, I'm looking for tripwires. I'm saying check this water. I don't know what the fuck this fucking grate is. I don't know why it makes me so nervous, but it feels very, I don't know,
Okay,
feels
Think the
too odd.
Kraken's gonna pop out of here and get you?
if I need to, I'll roll a perception check. Why not? I rolled a 17. I don't know what that means to you. Second off, I'm gonna stand over this dude and I'm gonna say, "Hey, listen. You're not gonna start yelling if we take this ball gag off, because if we do, I will kill you so fast. I have something that can calm you down, or you can just cooperate, and we don't have to worry about it."
mm.
How's his demeanor? Does he seem panicked? Does he seem?
Oh, he's terrified. Like he's got like a wide-eyed look at you, Crave, and he's trying to answer your questions as best he can with the gag in. He's like going yes, going no real fast, going yes real fast.
I'll say if
Hey, slow
if I
down.
cut this off, are you going to fucking scream?
And he just shakes his head no real fast.
Good man.
If you cut it
good.
off, is he gonna blow up?
Well,
I feel
with,
like
that
he would if he.
with the perception check that Crave did, no, he
Oh,
does, he's not connected to anything.
Okay.
Dallas
okay.
still wants to point his gun at him, but that's it. Just in
Grenade
case.
in the mouth with the ball guy going through the pin. And honestly, at that point it is cinema. But no, try to cut it off and.
I mean, woulda, coulda, but
Uh,
you cut the gag off, and he whimpers for a second, looks up at you, and he's like, "Mateo, is that you?"
yes, Leon. It is not quite the state I expected to find you in.
He kind of breaks down, sobs for just a second, and he says, "Those bozo bastards, they were going to do things to me. They've had me in here with other people, like homeless junkies. They've been keeping us in these boxes, waiting to, I don't know what. The people, they do not come back."
Zombify you.
Like he's really
Does-
fucking shook up.
I'll look at Crave and give him a sort of a nod, like, "Hey, make sure they haven't already installed anything."
Yeah, I'll give him a cursory glance over. What do you want me to roll for that?
That may be Dallas's purview. If it's Cybertech or Buccaneer.
Give me just a first aid for that one.
Doesn't
Give you what now?
Crave literally install it? I feel like you'd have pretty good rolls for that.
Wait, that'd be Cybertech, yeah.
Oh, I guess Cyber Gear and Cybertech are separate.
Yeah, like it's interesting because I'm good at like human bodies and installing things on them, but I'm not particularly good at deciphering like what the tech is.
I see.
I mean, I have cybertech, but I'm not super great at it.
Since I was in here pointing a gun at him, Dallas will check to make sure he's not borged up. I guess mostly he's checking for whatever he thinks lobotomized them. I rolled an 18. He didn't seem lobotomized.
I was thinking the same thing, yeah.
The cyberware Leon has installed currently is the cyberware he arrived in.
Okay, don't see any. Okay.
Thankfully, it seems like they haven't had a chance to experiment on him yet.
Do you know where they've been taking the others?
Not that I can figure out. They just take us out of the room, and I hear the screams down the hall. I haven't even. This is the first light. This is the first light I've seen in weeks, even.
In the hall.
Ubik and Bakaneko, are you guys in the room with them, or are you guys out in the
No.
hallway like that?
I'm in the
I was
hallway.
gonna say we're keeping an eye out.
Okay. No reason.
Oh,
No reason.
no reason.
Absolutely no reason.
Just for fun.
Do I need to roll a perception?
Ooh, yeah, go for it.
Same.
It's gonna be bad.
Please.
That's
Negative
my
4.
negative
no.
4.
You're right. Both of us are on the lookouts. Oh god, we're fucked.
Hey, better something than nothing, I guess. That's an 11. After
I got
the.
a 5 minus 4 is a 1.
Said you got an 11, Bakaneko.
Yeah, and I've got 3 luck points if that helps.
It might not. I mean, it wouldn't hurt.
Oh god. Yeah, you know what? Let me go ahead and use them. Like, it's 1:30. I might as well use them.
Ubik, you can see that it is dark in this hallway.
That tracks.
If you burn 3 luck points, it's not going to get you above a 15, which
Baseball, huh?
my brain tells me is the next organic threshold. That's just me.
This also might be an opposing check, you know, maybe.
Fair.
Fuck.
I mean, I can't help you, sorry.
Get sniped in the head.
I'm too busy not giving this guy a flask of whiskey.
I'm not
Yeah.
gonna lie, I'm kind of daydreaming about.
Gonna use your luck points, baby. Barbara.
I'm guessing that was Barb and not me.
Oh, sorry. I was responding to Diana.
No, you're okay.
What'd you need me to do?
You
So
want to
you
use
got
your
your
luck points?
Yeah, I was using all 3 of my luck points.
Okay, what does that bring it up to?
Shoot. Hold on. That was
14.
14. Yeah.
14.
No, yeah.
So, Ubik, you've blindly stared down this hallway. Bakaneki, your eyes are starting to adjust to the darkness a little bit. and you can see a little bit of a white outline standing in the darkness in front of you.
Wee woo, wee woo, wee woo.
It's a ghost!
So instantly I'm like
Runs.
on the comm saying, guys, we got a situation. Guys, hey, help.
And like down toward the figure's side, you see a little bit of a light, and something sparking.
Shit, I want to run around the corner as fast as I possibly can.
Like a welding machine sparking?
Like dynamite.
Like a fuse sparking.
Yeah, no, I'm... Oh wait, is it coming from the way Ubik is? Because I was over here.
No, it's coming from this bozo clown that's standing in the hallway with you.
This one?
Yeah,
Yeah, down towards Ubik. I was on this corner.
I know.
Down here.
No.
So I'm like, which way am I running was my question.
That is up to you, I guess.
Well, away
Wait.
from the fucking Sparky here.
You're saying from here? Oh, I didn't see him. Okay, never mind.
Upon hearing
that's-
this,
That's a dead end, baby.
Well, you know what? If I'm around this corner, he can't directly hit me, theoretically.
that's not how explosives work. But I love your hope.
Hey, I've
Um,
got like 3/4 cover. I've got like 3/4 cover, okay?
Mateo will cut Leon loose, take the shield, and like put it in the doorway, and try to like make sure he can't just throw this in the room.
Sacrificing your allies in the hallway, a very tactical decision. I
I
respect.
mean, if they come up, I'll let them in. But I'm like, if we have seconds to react, my initial thing is like, hold up. All of us being in one room is
in this dead end.
dangerous.
Hold
Y'all,
up,
bro, I'm backed up.
he's going for y'all.
Something ain't right.
Yeah. However, before we close up for the night,
No.
Bakaneko or Ubik can attempt to make an evasion check for me.
Oh god.
Evasion?
Delicious.
Evasion.
Evasion.
Said or
Or
both of us?
Yeah, both of you guys can make an evasion check if you'd like, because it's getting
I'd rather
thrown.
not.
if you'd
17.
like.
17.
I have luck points
Okay.
if needed.
Actually, that 16 meets and tie goes to defender in this system, so you successfully evade it, but this guy throws a flashbang down at you guys.
Shit.
Laughs maniacally. And
Next week, roll initiative.
disappears again into the darkness.
Oh hell.
Next,
Invisible
Here.
clowns.
No,
which means
sir.
we are starting initiative next week, guys.